Welcome back to the video. Let's talk about some more games.
At first glance, this game doesn't seem like anything too crazy. You go through this Paper Mario-esque story where you sing a bunch. Yeah, whatever. But man, just playing this puts a smile on my face. It is almost impossible to be upset playing this, when the main character is such a bundle of joy. And of course, that's contrasted with the grumpiest person on the planet. The story is cute and simple, and really, that's all it wants to be. And it works great just like that. If you're looking for a nice chill game to sink about 10 hours into, this one's for you. Now again, going back to the other extreme, this game is like giving crack to an overweight Italian man. If Wario Land and Sonic were mashed together and combined with 90s cartoon animation, you would get this game, which is filled with high-speed thrills and mad dashes to rack up your score. Each level begins with trying to understand how it works, how to handle its unique gimmicks, and over time, as you get better, the push for a higher rank becomes the best part of this game. Playing each level to perfection, getting absolutely everything right, and earning that elusive P rank. That makes it all worth it. Hell, I actually did speedruns of this game. Look, there I am on the 80% leaderboard. Of course, this game will also give you chronic anxiety, so have fun with that. No! Also, just gotta say, the music is on point. Almost every level is a bop, and as soon as it's pizza time, it's kicked into overdrive, baby. You gotta go. Until you hit lap 2, and then somehow it gets even crazier. Holy fuck, what is happening?
Okay. Bye-bye.
You and 3 dipshits get in a truck with nothing but a few flashlights, some janky equipment, and a bunch of prayers to enter a house and determine what ghost is lurking there. If this sounds chaotic, that's because it is, as it's one of those fun cooperative horror games. Well, I say horror, but it's not really scary, like, at all. If anything, it's all about discovering what little details and clues can lead you to find out what the ghost is. Writing out pages upon pages of notes, like fucking hell, I don't want to read an essay to understand every little thing. But alas, it's still fun to just hop in a lobby, bumble around in a house for a bit, watch your friend die in hilarious ways, and rely on one person to figure it out. The game's still in early access, so hopefully more content will come. But it's still a fun enough game with friends. I mean, hell, I put over 70 hours in this thing. Tunic is a fun little game where you're a cute fox roaming around this Zelda-like world, and oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, it's pretty clear this game takes inspiration from classic 2D Zelda with the world. I mean, works for me. I love me some Link to the Past, baby. You roam around to collect 3 things and get some tools and upgrades along the way. There's fun to be had with the weapons at your disposal, from your simple sword and dodge roll to magical weapons like staves and throwing potions. However, the real intrigue comes from the manual. Yeah, there's an in-game manual that you collect pages for, as all dialogue is written in an unknown language, which is actually decipherable if you know what you're doing, which is fucking crazy. So, like Outer Wilds, this game also has you gain knowledge from discovering new things, which leads to learning even more new stuff. Some of the shit you gotta do to solve these puzzles towards the end of the game is downright insane. Again, if you know, you know. So yeah, also go into this game as blind as possible, so as to get the best possible experience, because trust me, it is super worth it. And big shoutouts to Lifeformed and Janice Kwan for the amazing OST. You guys inspired me to try and learn the song that's playing right now on piano. Keyword is tried. It is harder than I thought. I guess I'll just stick with the drums. Like other story-driven games on this list, Night in the Woods heavily relies on its characters and plot to make it stand out. And for the most part, it works, as this little town is filled with quirky and memorable people to meet. The story of May and her friends is endearing and filled with charm. Hell, you even get to play the bass in this game. That's pretty cool. Now, there isn't that much in terms of gameplay, just a bunch of walking and talking, with the occasional platforming. So, like Omori, you gotta be in it for the story. Fortunately, I think it's worth your time, as there's even multiple routes to take depending on who you talk to. Nice little game. Finally, I can experience what it's like to live in Finland. Cruelty Squad is what you'd get if you took an immersive sim and slathered it in piss, shit, and vomit. This game looks ugly, and it's entirely intentional. But looking past that, the game itself is surprisingly fun. The missions see you eliminating specific targets, but oftentimes the levels give you many routes to go about it. And even then, you can choose from a large variety of weapons and augments to play every level how you want to. You can even go fishing, I guess, and collect all 68 of them, god damn! Basically, this game is like taking acid and going crazy with your rocket launcher and gruppendix. Yeah, this is a real thing. On the other hand, this game is what you'd get if you took an average movement shooter and gave it acid, as Ultrakill is super fast paced, as you're jumping and shooting, flipping coins and shooting the coins, all in an effort to build up your score. Like Pizza Tower, the grind for the highest rank can lead to very frustrating and satisfying moments. But even if you don't spend 14 hours P-ranking one level and then making a video about it, just plowing through this game is super fun, as each level presents something new and exciting. The bosses are cool, there's plenty of secrets to find, hell, you can even dick around on GM Construct. And god damn, the music is incredible, as every level has super awesome metal tracks to keep your blood pumping. Now, this game is still in development, as a new pack of levels just dropped back in December, so now is the perfect time to get into it. It might be hard to get a hang of, but once you get in the zone, it's addicting as hell. Now, if you want a game that is truly like no other, the Vale is for you, as it's made specifically for blind players. Yeah, the entire game looks like this, as it's all audio-based. You're a blind princess who goes on a quest to save her kingdom, and you travel the world, fight enemies, and conquer challenges all without being able to see anything. I played this whole game with a blindfold on, and it's probably the best way to play, just to get truly immersed in this world. It's not that long, only took around 6 hours to beat, but it is definitely an experience I won't forget. Yeah, I know I'm late on the whole craze surrounding this game, but it still remains one of the best cooperative games I've ever played. Running through these dark and twisted halls with friends, gathering trash and hauling it back to your ship, and slowly realizing that everyone else has died a horrible and gruesome death is such a fun experience. It's been said time and again, but the proximity voice chat is the best part of this game, especially with how it shifts in accordance to the environment. There's nothing more frightening than hearing distant screams from your friend, only for them to suddenly cut off. That being said, this game also creates some unintentionally hilarious moments. Some of my most entertaining gaming clips of late have come from this game, and it makes it that much better. And come on, it's only $10. You gotta try this out, especially with friends, because public lobbies can get a little weird.
You're a little baby!
Now, if you want a game that will get your brain going, then the Talos Principle is perhaps one of the best puzzle games for you. With almost 100 trials to solve, there's definitely something that will put your mental skills to the test. And it helps that almost every puzzle is engaging and fun to put together. I beat this entire game without looking up a single guide, so that speaks for itself basically. Well, except for these block puzzles, seriously, these things suck.
Oh! Yeah!
Aside from that, you also get to solve a mystery about the nature of the world and the deity overseeing you, Elohim. Of course, the satisfaction comes from solving increasingly difficult puzzles, as this game throws quite a lot of tricky ones at you. But in the end, it comes together to be an incredibly fulfilling experience. And yes, I know there's a sequel that just came out. I haven't played it yet. It looks really good. I just want to... Speaking of puzzle games, this one is all about bending the rules to your advantage. And seriously, this game can get absolutely crazy at times. I think I might be too stupid to understand it all. As yeah, it got pretty hard pretty quickly. This might be one of the hardest puzzle games I've ever played. I definitely relied on guides for this one. But if you're able to wrap your head around all of it, you'll find another neat game that offers some very interesting mechanics and some pretty crazy shit. Now this one just came out about a couple months ago, and it's another Metroidvania that's super inspired by the likes of Super Metroid. And for the most part, it succeeds in what it wants to do. The world is fun to explore, the power-ups are fun to use and make going to new places exciting, and the bosses provide a good challenge and are fun to fight. Sure, there are a few hiccups, like how the story is just alright, and getting to 100% completion can be a little tedious. But if you're looking for a solid game to sink about 10 hours into, this is a good one. And I'm totally not biased at all because I backed this game on Kickstarter. No siree. Now I did play the first game when it came out, and this sequel is even better, offering new challenges and levels to cook and conquer. Of course, the fun comes from playing with friends and trying your hardest to get everybody to work together instead of just screaming at them. Out of all the co-op games on this list, this one is probably my second favorite behind Lethal Company, but the absolute chaos that can ensue can lead to some very interesting moments. And to finish off the list, we have... Now this is nice. Feel the relaxation of power washing houses. Watch as the dirt is slowly cleaned away. Spend hours cleaning an entire mini-golf course with friends. What a pleasant experience.
Does it do that for you too?
Yes! Yeah! We did it! Yes! Okay, that's pretty much it. You should play all of them, but if you only had to pick 10, you should pick top 10. Play these ones especially, but you should still play all of these games because they're all very good and also pretty cheap. I think the most expensive one is like $30. Like, come on. You can do that. You can pay for that. You're not broke. Anyway, yeah. Have fun gaming. I'm going to go take a piss now. Goodbye.